Hi, I'm a trust fund baby and here's something I spend my monthly $100,000 allowance on.
So, as everybody knows, my 12-year-old is currently 3 months pregnant.
Come shopping with me at Sam's Club as a recently unemployed wife to a family of 9 using EBT.
So the more videos I make on YouTube, the more rage bait I see riddled throughout all of social media. The amount of content solely made for negative engagement is just tiring now. I know when it comes to the algorithm, engagement is engagement, whether it's good or bad, but I think this is starting to have lasting effects on people not knowing what to believe online now, let alone the advancement of AI videos. We have a lot to go over today with clips that I found just recently. This isn't me digging around for months and months trying to make this video. This kind of stuff is all over my For You page. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But let's start off with one of the hot button issues right now: food stamps, grocery prices, and people taking advantage of the system.
Come shopping with me at Sam's Club as a recently unemployed wife to a family of 9 using EBT.
Come to the store with me to get whatever the hell I want with my EBT. With my EBT.
So there are a plethora of accounts doing basically the same thing now. Tons of posts saying that they get thousands of dollars per month from the government, and they're showing off getting all of these groceries, shoving it in people's faces, especially at a time right now where the cost of living is through the roof, grocery prices are rising non-stop, and people are barely making ends meet. You start swiping on TikTok, and you get rage bait videos like this. They know exactly what they're doing. The comment sections are honestly a bloodbath, but in the eyes of the algorithm on TikTok, that's a good thing. So you start seeing these videos more often and more creators jumping onto the bandwagon, making everything worse. Now, one of the main reasons these videos are made is of course the attention and the views, but we could take a look at this clip really quickly with somebody having that type of experience when a video gets a lot of views.
I used to think it was bizarre how many influencers and content creators would just go crazy and crash out over time. But now I've got a video that randomly got over 400,000 views. And I gotta say, that dopamine hit is real, people.
So I know I've said this a couple times, but it's not really a joke at the end of the day. This kind of attention online is basically a drug now. The dopamine hit of you getting hundreds of thousands or millions of views, tons of comments, likes. Apparently it doesn't matter to some if a whole bunch of people hate what you made as long as you got those views, because at the end of the day, you could possibly turn this into a monetary gain. But before we get into the rest of the rage bait clips, I have this video of someone talking about going extremely viral, and the amount of money that you make, at least when we're talking about these TikTok clips, is not nearly as much as you think.
I had a video hit 50.4 million views on TikTok, and I'm going to tell you what I made on it. There are very few people that can probably say that they've had a video hit 50.4 million views. The video went super viral. We had everybody contacting us wanting to repost the video. We had ridiculousness emailing us. It was insane. And do y'all want to know what TikTok paid me for a video with 50.4 million views? $1,300. $1,300.
So I'm not saying that $1,300 is nothing, but for a video that hit 50 million views, I mean, people would go wild if they got a few 100,000 views. $1,300 is not nearly as much as you'd probably think, and I have the clip up on screen right now. I mean, it's just a funny, quick clip, but it definitely hit the algorithm, got the engagement, and racked up more views than my entire main channel has currently. But I don't think I really have to tell you $1,300 is not enough to live off of, and getting 50 million views at a time is basically unheard of. But it doesn't matter. We have creators making their whole channel just rage bait stories, completely making things up for the revenue, no matter how much or how little they're actually getting.
So, as everybody knows, my 12-year-old is currently 3 months pregnant. I just found out last night. Took her to the doctor this morning, okay? Her and her boyfriend, he's 13, she's 12, have been together for a little over 2 months.
So if you've been on TikTok for a while, you've probably seen a video or two from this woman. She makes up stories and just keeps going, keeps yapping for a minute or two on something that never happened. And it gets a whole bunch of people riled up in the comments. Everybody starts talking about her, including myself, so I guess it works. And she racks up almost 400,000 followers for entertainment purposes only. Satire, rage bait, most hated stay-at-home mom of 6. Now, even with this fairly large account and a lot of views that go along along with it, something to add on with the previous clip of the woman only getting $1,300 for 50 million views, there is a GoFundMe link in her description that goes over to a post, "Bring Courtney's smile back, restore confidence." $5 raised with a $13,000 goal. You've probably found me from my TikTok asking to get bullied on my teeth because that means I get views. I'm a 35-year-old stay-at-home mom of 6 beautiful children and have been without top teeth for 3 years, and my bottoms are rotting. So I guess overall, all of these rage bait videos still don't cover the cost of fixing her teeth, so she puts up a GoFundMe to hopefully get money from her viewers. But if they're all just hate watching you because of the made-up stories you're posting, it doesn't really look like too many people are going to be that compassionate, as you could clearly see by the $5 raised. But we could go over to another example here.
There's a creator on this app. Her name is Aurora, but it's spelled with like stars and symbols and stuff. She is 19 years old, and she is claiming to have 16 traumatic brain injuries. I've talked about her here before. 16 traumatic brain injuries. Just let that sink in. Just so you know, that's bullshit. There is just no way on God's green earth that any person has 16 traumatic brain injuries and is able to post a video of themselves in a cute little white dress on the 4th of July doing a little dance. That's what she did yesterday. All right, so she's got a GoFundMe set up for $44,444. And people have given her that money. She's hit her goal. I think she's closer to $50,000 now, last time I checked. And this is because she is banking on people's empathy. People who have a lot of empathy and zero discernment.
So this is somebody who's actually successful at crowdfunding compared to the last content creator. So she just completely lied about brain injuries to get money from her almost 200,000 followers here. And I mean, there are just tons of videos like this with sob stories and paragraph texts. Feels like I'm trapped in some sort of nightmare haze. My symptoms fluctuate faster than I could think. I stopped trying to understand. I'm in constant pain. I'm not even gonna read all of it. You could go right to the comments. The top one right here is just an image. Stop. This person is seeking attention. Please do not reply and move on with your day. Almost 6,500 likes on that one. I mean, textbook example of rage bait, and unfortunately swindled almost $40,000 out of people because they ended up believing that she actually had problems. We could go over to another one that's a little bit more comedic. I mean, I think this started off pretty seriously until a lot of people got made fun of. Again, we're starting to blend the satire and what's real and what's rage bait or not, because there's just so much crazy content online now. But dinners I've made for my fiance so far: garlic butter steak bites and homemade mashed potatoes. And I'm not gonna lie, it does not look good. Cheddar biscuit beef casserole, cheeseburger sliders and tots, and then chicken bacon ranch croissant roll-ups and fries. And I know this bait is supposed to make you laugh instead of getting angry, but the top comment right here, I can't even tell what's rage bait anymore. I do truly think that that's becoming a huge problem in today's world, along with the lack of critical thinking. But the other one's, girl, I'm sorry, but what did you expect? It's okay to get takeout if you can't cook. You know, maybe it's a lighting and plating issue, I say with hope. Something a little bit more lighthearted compared to what the rest of this video is. And I don't know why this subtopic is a big part of rage bait as well. Just making videos of you being dirty or a filthy house, just making it look like it's normal and everybody should be okay with this. On top of it, in this example, they're trying to sell you products through TikTok as well.
Well, it's another morning of clothes that still need folded, and I went to bed with dishes in my sink again, but I'm still happy.
So it's just another video of them yapping, trying to invoke the audience and get that engagement. There's also a GLP-1 patch in the TikTok shop with an extra 35% off on this video. I mean, you're just mixing all the things that I hate about TikTokers all into one, which is great. GLP-1 patch and 35 grams of sugar in your coffee is just a waste of time. Why would anyone post their homes like this? So you would comment. Just like the clip that's up on screen right now, when you have to enter your kid's room, my method: never pick up my feet. It's all about survival, and it's just caked in a whole bunch of crap. Toys, clothes, whatever. Now, from me initially finding this clip to me saving it for this video, the creator ended up turning the comment section off because they didn't like that they were getting so much hate, even though it seemed pretty obvious that was the entire reason why they wanted to upload this video in the first place. So I guess if you can't take the heat, stay out of the kitchen, because they got exactly what they wanted and they didn't like it. And we have another clip up on screen right now that kind of of blends into the Beggars. I made a video on this channel about them a while ago, but if 500 of you guys send $1, I could get my daughter's school clothes. And I don't really have to tell you what the response was for this clip, but this is another growing niche in the TikTok community. Not even making up stories to try to get views and then money through that, or lying to viewers and taking money that way. There are others who are just straight up asking for it. Whether it's clips like this or TikTok Live, they'll just sit on it for hours, basically being rude and starting fights with anybody who's watching unless they donate money. And staying on that topic right now, not too many people have a lot of extra cash. They're living paycheck to paycheck, going through a tough time, and you start seeing videos like this.
Hi, I'm a trust fund baby and here's something I spend my monthly $100,000 allowance on. I used to fly to Korea once a month for a quick trip to visit my parents and to get my monthly scalp and hair treatment, but my parents told me I need to come less frequently because I spend way too much money on food, shopping, and beauty treatments in Korea.
So we're not going to watch the entire thing, but we could go right over to the comment section. It's fake. She says she gets paid to do content. Even the creator replied, yes, thank you. Guys, it's satire. Guys, it's a skit. Chill out. So I mean, I guess this is considered a skit now because we've gone over people doing skits making fun of other influencers or content creators going way over the top. I still remember one from the family vlogger video that I made of somebody going above and beyond holding a baby doll, making it look like it's an actual kid, saying that they don't need her anymore. They're going to throw her out and get pregnant again because once the kid gets too old, not many people actually want to watch anymore. When you're pregnant and just have a baby, that's when you get the peak amount of views and, you know, just something wild and outlandish like that. But the last clip kind of just looked like an actual vlog you would see from somebody who is ultra wealthy, or at least trying to make it look like they are super rich. And in this landscape with the economy, that's not something you really want to be showing off right now. A lot of people get very angry about it and are just tired of seeing wealth thrown in their face all the time. Another one I'm just going to brush over because it's basically like talking about politics right now, the relationship side of the internet in general. It's always men versus women. This side's wrong, no, that side's wrong, and arguing back and forth and made up stories all the time in their first dates, or I got divorced, or he cheated. And here's another one, to my ex who lured me out of a great marriage and then got me and then cheated on me. I could probably make an entire dedicated video to just insane stuff like this, and I don't really have to tell you that this got a ton of engagement, a whole bunch of people in the comments all riled up, because at least some of these people know what they're doing. They're trying to funnel you into something that they can make money off of.
This might be a hot take, but I will never believe that women were meant to work 40-hour weeks. Ever.
Here's just one set of the comments. No, you guys are just too lazy. Then the creator responds back, nah, babe, I'm just smart. I work anywhere for 3 hours a day and make great money. So as you could probably guess what this is going to, a girl who won't shut up about Canvas UGC. Learn more through the Creator Current Academy. So this person's just uploading hot takes and rage bait to try to get you to purchase the Creator Current Academy. I'd love to know how many examples of this I've talked about on my channel so far. It seems like it's never ending. But we're gonna finish off with this last clip that's almost like a self-sabotage. I don't know why they decided to upload this, but it's a clip of somebody with no Botox and Botox, making it look like they were both doing the same facial expressions. And of course, the one with no Botox had wrinkles on their skin because they were actually moving their face, and the person with Botox just wasn't actually moving. But I guess they were trying to sell it like she was and still had flawless skin or whatever. But then in the comment section, it just looked like it completely backfired. I just think this convinced me to never get Botox. That's so sad. Natural's better. Thanks for reminding me to never get Botox, when the company that uploaded this is a place to get plastic surgery. So I don't really know what the thought process was. Maybe it was rage bait. I feel like it would just hurt them in the end. I'm not trying to advocate, of course, for plastic surgery in the first place, but just very odd things that I found on the internet in a very short period of time. But that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. YouTube thinks you'll like this video popping up on screen right now, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.